What is up, boys? How you guys been? Now I sound a bit different. I got a bit of a sore throat because I've been ill all week. Yeah, no, I just have a bit of a sore throat because I'm recovering. And yeah, so let's get into it. If you're loved by everybody, you're respected by nobody, and that's a really hard pill to swallow. And a lot of you guys are probably wondering why. Like, a lot of times people are like loved by everybody. It's fake. People don't really know them as a person, and me personally, I'd rather be hated by everybody but respected by people that are of like a high level, like the upper echelon of person. I'd rather be respected by people I respect as well, but hated by everybody else, because what they think of you don't matter. What anybody thinks of you don't matter. Obviously, if someone gives you some constructive criticism, which you can actually use to improve, and you can use that criticism to reflect upon, look how it's actually been. If someone says, okay, you've been ignorant in this situation, in this argument you've had with a friend, like, try to understand where they're coming from, and like, reflect, because that's what improvement is. But yeah, like, sorry, I shouldn't say like so much. Trying to get better at this, guys. But yeah, because I've experienced this, and last like year, I would say I've experienced this a lot of just, you have to like just tune out all the hate, because you're gonna get hate. People, as soon as you start doing well, and you start trying to improve, people see it as a threat. Because let me tell you this, the reason why you guys don't want to start, or you're hesitant, or you're struggling, is because, let's say your friend group, this is probably something in the back of your mind, the reason, or in the forefront. So there's when you're in a friend group of people that aren't trying to do better, yeah, like, just, I'm not saying that like they're bad people, but like people who aren't trying to do better, when you do try and do better, they try and bring you down. And the reason for that is because you're not them anymore. You're not that stereotypical person that they associate you to be. You're not that person who plays video games. You're not that person who doesn't go to the gym. You're not that lazy fat friend anymore. Instead, you're an active person trying to go to the gym. And when you do that, and when you improve, that holds a mirror to them. Oh, does this mean I need to improve now? I don't want to improve. So then they start making fun of you, making jokes, be like, oh yeah, that guy goes, like, he thinks he's gonna lose weight, and then they start clowning on you, and then this and that and this and that, and it's just holding a mirror to them, making them accountable for themselves, which they don't want to be. Because a lot of times people don't ever want to be accountable, and a lot of people in our society are not accountable for their actions, and self-accountability is one of the biggest things. But yeah, I get this all the time. Like, I'm not friends with a lot of like close friends of people anymore, because they you know what I mean, like, they hate, and it's not like, even if it's banter, like, that's the kind of person that's the kind of person you are. This is no disrespect. Like, you can do, if someone wants to hate on me, that's not my problem. If someone wants to hate on me, that's their problem. Like, if someone hates on you, that's their problem. If someone hates on you, they've got a problem with themselves, because if they aren't supporting you, then they've got a problem with themselves. And I'm not saying, oh, I should be expecting all the support. No, expect the hate, but they've got a problem with themselves. They don't have a problem with you, and it's just part of life. You have to accept it and move on, and it's part of like having no enemies. Like, I have no enemies, and obviously that's such a cliche saying from Vinland Saga, but if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's a GOAT anime. Vinland Saga, life changing. But I have no enemies, because the whole path of self-improvement alongside with that, like, I don't have time to hate anybody. And why should I hate anybody? Why do I need to hold hate in my heart? I don't have any space in my heart for hate. I don't have time to hate on anybody. Why should I hate someone for harming me? Because I've come to a level of understanding where I can understand and be like, okay, I understand why you did this. And and there's also this, like, you have to understand that if you were them, you'd probably act in the same way. So why should you be hateful or react or hold anything against them? Because you would be the same if you were them. So it's like in Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and I quote this in quite a few videos, not this specific quote, but I quote this book. It would be absurd to blame a fig tree for bearing figs. So it'd be absurd to blame a person who's hateful, who's had a hateful life, had hateful experiences, hateful upbringing, to not hate on other people. It'd be absurd. So yeah, you got to just accept that people understand people, look at it from their perspective. Not saying that what they're doing is right, but when you can understand, it's a lot easier for you to just, I don't need to react, because let's be real, the arguments that you can avoid, like, that you have, are not going to matter in 200 years. It's just not going to matter. And when you abstain from those arguments, you're so much more chill that you realize that you have control over yourself and have control over your life. So yeah, I get a lot of hate. Part of the process. If anything, I don't like use it to like. Recently, I have been actually like thinking, because I've been receiving a lot of like comments and people even just like coming at me, and like it's nothing to do with. I don't use it as like, I'm gonna prove them wrong, because it's not like some whole villain like stuff. It's nothing to do with that, because I've got my own reasons for what I do. But it's just a motivator. Like, I don't pay that much attention to what people are saying, but when people are directly saying, I had a comment on my TikTok the other day went like, "So I want you to fail." It's just a motivator, bro. Like, just keep coming, keep hating, bro. Like, isn't you're the only person you've got a problem with is yourself. You don't have a problem with me. People are just very ignorant of their own self-being, where they understand that their hate that they have on other people is from self-hatred, and they reflect that through their actions and feelings and everything else they do in the world. And I think like this has been I don't know if there's much else for me to say, but like, I have no enemies, I have no quarrels, I have no problem with anybody. And even, I'm gonna end it with a quote. So, love the unlovable, tolerate the intolerable, and just keep going. You have to be able to do that. Harsh on yourself and tolerant of others. So bro, you got it, bro. Like, just don't care about what other people are saying, other people are doing. They're gonna say, they're gonna do, until you make it. It doesn't really matter. They'll be quiet. They'll be like, oh, they're gonna think you're crazy, and then when you do like succeed, they're like, oh, how did you do that? But bro, you literally saw me doing it. You were calling me an idiot like 12 months ago. So yeah. So I'm gonna end it there, guys. But always remember, do the work. Peace.